You are watching Fugitive Red Eye, and I'm doing another DVD collection video. This one will be about my Troma collection. First up here, we have Cannibal the Musical. This was the movie that actually got me into Troma, because it was directed by Trey Parker, and written by Trey Parker, and also starring Trey Parker, and it also had Matt Stone in it. In case you live under a rock, those are the guys who did South Park. It's actually based on the true story of a man named Alfred Packer, who was accused of killing and cannibalizing his traveling party. Basically, this is supposed to be his side of the story. It's very good. I mean, it's cheesy like all Troma movies, and it is a musical, but it's entertaining. I mean, a lot of Trey Parker's movies are musicals, so, you know, that's fine. There's the back of the case. Very bloody and black and white for some reason, even though the movie itself isn't in black and white at all. Although, interestingly enough, the introduction by Lloyd Kaufman, the president of Troma, is in black and white. Another thing I thought I should mention is this actually did start out as a play that Trey Parker did. And there's the discs. Now here we have the complete Toxic Avenger. First time I actually heard of the Toxic Avenger was from the Angry Video Game Nerd episode, which also had Lloyd Kaufman make an appearance in it. This set contains all 4 movies, plus the entire series of Toxic Crusaders. Not to mention it's got the uncut version of the second movie, because the unrated director's cut, as they call it, is actually censored. There's the Toxic Crusaders and Toxic Avenger box. I'll open it up in just a second. There's the movies. That's the 4th movie there, Citizen Toxie. There's the first disc of Toxic Crusaders. The only way to actually get the full series is this way. You can get the first volume or the movie, which is either, if it's the first volume, it's 4 episodes. If it's the movie, it's only 3. But this disc 2, the second volume, only comes in this set as far as I know. So if you're going to get it, this would be the way to do it. Now, interestingly enough, there's actually, I don't know where it is, but I actually have an action figure from this series that Super Dantastic gave me when we were kids. We didn't know what it was at the time, but it's a character called Psycho. We called him Stink a lot when we were kids because we didn't know what the hell he was. Now here we have Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD. It's got a holographic case that changes when you move it. Let's see if I can get it to work on camera. Oh, there we go. There's Kabuki Man. And there's the guy himself. I forget the character's name, actually. But here it is, Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD. Interestingly enough, Kabuki Man is actually also in the 4th Toxic Avenger movie, Citizen Toxie. There's the back of the case, and the disc there, it's double-sided. Now, Redneck Zombies. This is actually probably my least favorite of the Troma movies I own. It's really cheesy. It was all filmed on like a home video camera, kind of like Now Eat the Movie. I actually did mention this in Now Eat the Movie, because if you like this, you'll probably like that. But it's really cheesy, and it comes with actually a CD. I'll show you in just a second. There's the back of the case. It's pretty gory. The movie itself is incredibly cheesy, but that's how Troma. That's how Troma is, and that's how we like it. There's the movie and the soundtrack. Now here we have Mother's Day, which is about these hillbillies that live with their creepy ass mother and kidnap these 3 chicks. It's actually the only Troma movie that I know that's actually been remade. The remake is shit, though, because it's PG-13, and this original one is at a heavy R. Well, those are the 2 inbred hillbillies that kidnap the chicks. And there's the disc there, just kind of with the plain title on a silver disc. Now here we have Nuke 'Em High. Now this isn't exactly my favorite either. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not my favorite. I like it more than Redneck Zombies, but it's definitely no Cannibal or Toxie. I'd have to say if I had to rank these, my favorite would probably be Cannibal, and then Toxic Avenger, and then followed by Terror Firmer and Romeo and Juliet, which we'll get to in just a minute. There's the back of the case. This is obviously one of the older DVD releases, as was my Kabuki Man. But yeah, there's the disc and stuff. Now here's Tromeo and Juliet. Troma's own take on the classic Shakespearean story, obviously, of Romeo and Juliet. Basically just with a lot more sex. I really enjoy this one. It's hilarious, and it's pretty much word for word Shakespeare, other than they changed the ending completely. I won't spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but it's a much better ending than Shakespeare's suicide ending, which, you know, let's face it, the suicide ending it's depressing. I love Shakespeare because, you know, he's a dark motherfucker, or at least whoever writes it for him, but that's a whole other story. And there's the discs. Now here we have Terror Firmer, which is a slasher film that takes place during the filming of a Troma film. It's kind of meta. Lloyd actually based this quite a bit off his book, Make Your Own Damn Movie, or Everything I Learned from Filmmaking, I Learned from Toxic Avenger. I can't remember. Basically, this is sort of a... It sort of blends a slasher with sort of a life story of how he made the first Toxic Avenger movie, sort of. It's definitely its own thing. The ending has, like, hermaphrodites after the credits. It's pretty funny. Matt Stone and Trey Parker play the hermaphrodites. It's pretty funny. I really do enjoy this film. It's a really good slasher, really cheesy, lots of gore, lots of sex, lots of, Troma stuff. But yeah, there's the back of the case there. There's the first disc with that chick on it. And there's the second disc, which I'm covering part of because it shows a guy's bare ass, and I don't think that's, like, gonna get me taken down, like, by the community guidelines, but I'm being careful. We have a book, the novelization of the Toxic Avenger. Now, I know it's not a DVD, and the video title says DVD, but fuck you, it's my video. But anyway, here's the novelization of the Toxic Avenger. I haven't actually read it yet, but I do intend to. There's the back of the book. Now, one thing I do want to point out that I find kind of funny is, this was discarded from a library. Of course it was. But yeah. Yeah, there we go. That about wraps it up for my Troma collection. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.